Hi, I'm Natalie, and today I'm going to be going over my team submission for the 2025 Mezo Hackathon, BountyPay. Like I said, my name's Natalie. I am a recent grad with my master's degree in computer science. I work on financial infrastructure, and this is Preston Jones. He's a software engineer working on agentic AI for supply chains. Here's a look at some of our open source contributions and products that we've made. So starting out, I want to share this article from Harvard Business School that sets the tone for this presentation. It says that open source software is a $9 trillion resource companies take for granted. I also want to show in this 2025 State of Open Source report, 96% of organizations reported either increasing or maintaining their use of open source software in the past year. So the maintainer struggle. 61% of unpaid maintainers are solo. This is an issue as it's a single point of failure for anyone relying on the software. 2025 reports widening skill gap between current maintainers and new contributors. GitHub sponsors don't pay out to all regions. The few maintainers who do receive sponsored payouts may not even be eligible depending on their region. So let's look at the current funding resources. Gitcoin moves capital and funding rounds to repositories. It's great for visibility, not for immediate per-issue settlement. GitHub sponsor pays out monthly, has regional constraints, and takes high fees. Polar offers off GitHub manual payout rails. So who funds OSS? Institutions do. It's estimated they pay $7.7 billion a year on open source, but only 14% is direct funding to contributors. DAOs who have an invested interest in automated systems and contribute most funds toward open source software development and maintenance, as well as public foundations. So this raises so many questions, like why is issue level payout so rare? Why are we waiting till the code ships? How do we pay contributors everywhere instantly? Why not default to dollar stable on-chain payouts? And why don't payouts move at the speed of merges? This brings us to our project, BountyPay. BountyPay is where GitHub issues become instantly paid tasks in MUSD on Mezo. All you do is install the app on a GitHub repository. Owners can then create and fund these bounties. Contributors can then submit pull requests in a wallet, then receive instant payouts on merge. So here's a high-level overview on how BountyPay works. A bot listens for new issues. Owners fund the Bounty Escrow smart contract. Users submit pull requests and a wallet. Owners merge the code, and a bot triggers the release of funds to the user and keeps 1%. So here's a quick demo from the sponsor view. As you can see, they're creating an issue on GitHub. The bot then asks if they want to create a bounty. They connect their wallet and fund a bounty. Then here is what the consumer side looks like, or a contributor. So they find one that they want to complete, they submit a merge request, it gets merged, and they're funded instantly. It's that simple. So let's look at open source trends. GitHub's 2025 reports showed 630 million projects are on GitHub. Over 180 million developers are on GitHub, 1 billion public project contributions. Per month, there are 43 million pull requests that are merged. That's a 23% growth year over year. It's also important to note that more than one developer joined GitHub every second in 2025. So why Mezo and why use MUSD? First, stablecoin payouts match a global OSS reality, which is that developers are globally distributed. Bounty also allows Bitcoin treasuries to borrow MUSD for funding OSS without selling their Bitcoin. Next, self-banking fits how contributors work. Mezo delivers self-service Bitcoin banking. No loan officer or hours, just you, your Bitcoin, and 24/7 access. Lastly, Mezo Passport is a one-wallet interface for many contributors. Passport gives devs a familiar Rainbow Kit style UX that supports Bitcoin wallets and EVN wallets. This lowers the friction for cross-ecosystem contributors. So post-hackathon, we want to convert pilots into production, starting by ingesting capital to fund issues. Partnerships with organizations such as Gitcoin or GitHub sponsors would accelerate this. We would create automated funding policies for repositories. create strategic partnerships with DAOs, and add optional yield-aware escrow while funds sit. So closing today, I want to say that BountyPay is about shipping a pull request today, getting paid today in dollars anywhere. Here's a look at our resources for reference, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.